explain, we're always beginning with the story of Abraham, over and over and over again. The same story. Why the same story? And the answer, my friends, is because we are fortunate. Because we can go back in our history 4,000 years to the story of Abraham, to the story of the first man who went against the society that he lived and said there is a God in heaven and that the idols are not God. He did this at the risk of his life, and by doing so formed the people that are now known as the Jewish people, the Am Segula, the treasured people. My dear friends, it has never been easy to live as a Jew. All one has to do is open up a history book, and he will see that in every generation the Jew has been persecuted. The Jewish people, from the time that they were forced out of their land, had to run from country to country. The year 1492 is a year known to every child in America. But it is a year that is known to Jews also, not only for the year that Columbus set sail for America, but for the year that the Jews were forced to leave Spain because of the Inquisition. They had the choice of becoming Christians or leaving or dying. But strangely enough, the Jewish people are still alive, and our beliefs in God are yet stronger. On this day of Rosh Hashanah, again, we recall our first patriarch, Abraham. There are many reasons why this story is read. According to one tradition, Isaac was born on Rosh Hashanah. I would like to suggest another reason why the story of Abraham is read on Rosh Hashanah. It is that we must study our origins in order to know and to realize in which direction we should head. That is why the mitzvah of studying Torah is so great. Our rabbis have said, Lo am ha'oretz chasid. An ignorant man cannot be religious. It takes knowledge of the Torah in order to have an appreciation of God and of our religion. How many thousands and thousands of Jews have dedicated and devoted their lives to the study of the Torah? It is something that we must get back to in order to have an appreciation of what the Jewish people stand for, what the Jewish people died for, and what the Jewish people have given to the world. We in this modern generation have made many advances in how to study, advances in mechanical machines to help us study. To remain ignorant in Judaism is absolutely the greatest sin that we can commit. I have heard it said that what Hitler tried to do by killing out 6 million Jews, many Jews are doing to themselves by simply ignoring Jewish study. This is the first and easiest way to forget that you are a Jew, and that as a Jew you have commitments. Traditional Jews believe that the Torah is divine, and that when God gave the Torah to the Jewish people, they accepted it by saying, Na'aseh v'nishma, we will do it and we will hear it. The rabbis point out that the Jews with their great faith in God believed that anything emanating from the Holy One would be good. And because it comes directly from God, they would not question any commandment, first accept it, and then try to understand it. That is why we say in the prayer, Ein Keloheinu, there is none like our God. And then we ask, who is like our God? We give the answer before we ask the question. The commandments have kept us alive. In fact, in the Bible we are told, V'chai bohem, and you shall live by them. And if we study the history of the Jewish people, we know that the Torah has kept the Jewish people alive throughout the centuries. On this Yom Hadin, on this Judgment Day, we must rededicate our lives to Torah Judaism. We must find time in our daily living for the study of the Torah. We must again bring the Sabbath into our lives and into our homes. We must begin observing the commandments of kashrut that have kept our people a holy people throughout the centuries. And we must, of course, not forget those commandments that deal between man and his fellow man. V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, love thy neighbor as thyself. We live in a selfish world, every man out for himself. But this is not the Torah way. We must learn to love, to help our neighbors. We must strengthen each other, for alone we cannot succeed, but together we cannot fail.